Okay, so as always, on a Monday I do a quick little video in which I discuss the newsletter that I sent out the previous Friday. And like I've said in the past, often I'll read something and then over the next few days I process and have these ideas. I hope it's the same for you. But then even when I'm writing something, I'll put something out and then thoughts keep coming, right? I think it's also a reason why many people don't actually execute. They want to get everything right. It's never right. You've got to put it out. Thoughts afterwards will come, but just get it done. So in newsletter number 49, which I will link up in the description as well as a subscription if you want to go and subscribe, I talk about two things. Let's start with the second one first, the window of tolerance. Now, each week I'll give you a bit of a coaching exercise, a protocol that you could use in your own life. The window of tolerance is how much, let me put it simple, how much shit you can deal with before you start losing your mind, right? Now, some things in life will irritate you. It is a given. And what happens is, depending on the environmental factors, depending on who it is, depending on your emotional state at the time, you react in one of two ways. Either you lose your mind and you start shouting and screaming. It's like a volcano eruption, right? And that's when you get into a hyper-aroused state. That is, you start getting anxious, you start getting tense, you start getting aggressive, and in most situations you can't execute against it, but you have these feelings. And you need to know how to cope in order to get back to your window of tolerance, which is, for lack of a better description, it's your happy place, right? It's where you can deal with stuff, you feel okay, and so on and so forth. Other situations might push you down into a hypo-aroused state. Think of being in ice, you're like cold and you just hold still. And that's where you feel, for example, you're shutting down, you start getting numb, lack of clarity, you're feeling depressed, you feel withdrawal, you even feel shame in instances depending on what it is. Whereas again, the hyper-arousal state, I'm just looking at the newsletter, high energy, anger and panic, irritability and anxiety, hypervigilance, feeling overwhelmed, fight or flight, heightened startle response. So if you get pushed out of your window of tolerance, that's when one of these things can happen. And like I said, it depends on where you are emotionally, what the stimulus is that pushed you there. What this exercise is designed to do is try and help you get back to your window of tolerance where you function optimally, right? So there's an exercise here. I've got a sheet you can download straight from the newsletter, and it just helps you to kind of start recognizing what it is that takes you out of your window of tolerance. And then once you see the signs and you feel the signs, what you can do to get back. That's in the newsletter. The first thing I then wrote about also is this. It's called, It's Okay to Be Okay. Here's the thing. We all know, and it's a part of life. It's okay to not be okay. And it's been said many times the last while. Since COVID, since the last 5-6 years, it's okay to not be okay. When people start paying attention to mental health and how you feel, it's okay to not be okay. I've been not okay in the past. And for me, and I mentioned this in the article that I wrote, it was okay for me to not be okay. And one of the difficult things to accept and to make peace with afterwards is that, and this is important, it's also okay to be okay. It's okay to be happy. You see, what happens online is so many people, accounts, feeds, businesses, they push this message, it's okay not to be okay, it's okay not to be okay, it's okay not to be okay. But we don't say it enough that it is okay to be okay as well. You're allowed to be happy. It's okay to be happy. And for a lot of people, if you are someone in your life if you're someone in life or you have someone in your life who they don't believe in anything, they've got a bit of a lack of purpose, they're lost for direction, they're down and out. We as humans, we like to be a part of something. And if you start associating with it's okay to not be okay, just because it makes you feel that you're a part of something and it validates that you're in this situation, that's okay. But you know what? It's not the right thing, because you start wearing it as a badge of honor that it's okay to not be okay. And maybe you are okay. Maybe people are scared to be happy. We are scared to be happy. We're scared to be okay because, oh man, so many people are sad and miserable that I can't be there. I'm also quite down. It's okay to say you're happy. It's okay to say you're okay. So go and read this for a little bit more context. Again, I will link this up. And I will then see you in the next edition on Friday, which is newsletter number 50. I can't believe it's 50 already. So I have a couple of ideas for that. Lots of content I want to put out on that one. So subscribe down in the description and I will see you then. If you have any questions, comments, you want to get in touch, all my details in the description as well. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Don't forget to be awesome. I'll chat to you next time. Bye for now.